What's up, everybody? Elizabeth with Bloom. How are you? It has been a minute since we've done a video. I actually had a baby, took a little bit of a break on doing these tutorials, but so much has changed with Squarespace. There are so many new editing features, and with that has come with tons of comments and questions from you guys. So I just wanted to take a couple and do some screen shares live with you and just teach you, some of the answers to the questions. I'm sure if one person is asking, a bunch of you are asking too. So this is not a fake background. I just want to say that. It is beautiful. It is fall. It's actually October of 2022. So just to let you know how current these videos are going to be. And I'm probably going to start doing this about once a month. So please, if this is helpful, if you have additional questions, if you want to know anything, put it in the comments so I can be sure to answer your questions next. And like I said, if one person has a question, I'm sure a bunch of you have the same one. So let's go in. Let's just dive in here. I'm going to do about 5, I believe, today. The first one comes from Allison. This was actually 8 days ago. Hello. Is there a way to send a document out to a client as soon as they book? For instance, a Google Doc or PDF. Sorry if I missed this. You did not miss this. It is something really awesome to go over because it is so important to have clients feel like the momentum is rolling and that your services are beginning, because I have found when I first started out, when a client felt like they lost momentum in starting the project, their trust wavered with me and sometimes they canceled. That actually happened a lot to me in the beginning. So we want to make sure we started off with momentum, and let's walk through how to make sure that this happens quickly, as automated as possible, and just as seamless. So you're going to come over here to Commerce, and you're going to go all the way down to Customer Notifications. And if you go here to General Orders, here's your order confirmed. So if it's I don't know how many different, so there's a couple ways you can do this. If your services are being booked on Acuity scheduling, that is a whole different ballgame. But if it's something that they check out on your cart, which is the assumption I'm going to make in this scenario, you can have a link to the PDF or the Google Drive here. You can edit the order confirmed page here, so you can edit the email. And this automatically goes out to them once they order. So you're under here, and it's going to have their information, all that. And then when you edit it, you can just come in here. It's kind of like editing in email campaigns where you just have like the smaller boxes with limited capability, but you can also come in and edit that and then do a link to a Google Drive or a PDF, like you said. Whether you did something in Canva or it's a document, you can just link out from there. All right, second comment comes from April. It was actually a month ago. I'm currently working on my website and getting really frustrated. When will you stop with the spacer bars and just let us resize the picture itself? The spacer bars are the biggest pain in the ass to use. That is the only problem I have with Squarespace. Well, April, congratulations. The entire editing platform changed. You had commented on a video that was on the old platform. So there's 2 ways. One, you actually have to turn on the new editing feature, which is now drag and drop. And I will show you what that looks like here in just a second. But they have removed the spacers. Gives you so much more creative freedom. It's all the brand new websites, all the 7.1 sites that you can do this on. Again, you just have to click a button. So let me show you where that button is and how to make that happen. And it looks like when you go into edit, it's already set up for the no space bars like you're asking for, and it's already set up for the fluid engine is what they call it. But if you're on your existing site and you go into edit, you'll see a little button here that has like little stars on it. And you'll click that and it says upgrade, and that will turn only this section into that freedom of moving things around. So when you're moving around, you'll see all these little squares pop up, and that's how you can, you could do so many things now. You can overlay stuff if you wanted to. You could just make a big mess like this if you want. And then you can move everything around. Any of the new blocks, if you go in here to add a block, any of these new ones, you can put it anywhere you want. So no more spacers. You can resize and adjust however you want. You can make it huge, you can make it small for images and everything. So that is how you find it. So all the new pages that you can create in your site, layouts and everything, they're all formatted for Fluid Engine now. So you can just pop in information, make it as easy as possible now, which is awesome. All right, beach life. Does Squarespace have the option for drop-down menu and header titles for different retail product categories? I think I understand what you're talking about, so let me jump in and show you what that looks like. Commerce or shop page, you're here, you're going to create a store, just pick a template, whatever works for you, and we'll go in here, and this is where you are going to create categories. Now, I hope I'm answering this correctly, but when you're up here, when you're in each product, you're going to want to edit. Now it's asking me to do all the tutorial stuff. Let's see, add more details. Okay, so we want to come in here and find the categories. Here it is, so you're going to add one. I don't remember what this was, I think it was sunglasses. So we're going to add that. So now we have one category, save, and let's add one more. Oh, it was a wallet, it's close. And then this looks like a fanny pack. So let's edit this one. I'm going to scroll down to categories, fanny pack, add. So now we have two categories. Two of the items are now categorized. And the categories will automatically show. So you have to go into each individual product to create and select the category for it to show up here. So if we go here, if we go to click on it, we have fanny pack, pops up. So it's not necessarily a drop down, but if you wanted a drop down, you could always do this two ways. You can add a new page with a summary. Well, here, what we could do is we could start with a folder, shop, and then one category is fanny packs, and you can go into the page, and a couple ways. You can either come in here and upload the project image that clicks through to the product. So this is how we would do it. We'd click on the image, we'd click edit, and under link, you would link on the image, you would click the gear, go to the page, and you would hit shop, wrong shop, store one, and then you would click categories, and you could do fanny pack, and you can hit save. So it'll go straight to the fanny pack category, or you could do it to a particular item. If you put you could add the web address, so your domain /shop/ the product URL that you created for it in the editing. So that's one way. Or you could even just create a link that goes to that page too. So fanny pack. Here, page, go back to the store, go back to that category, and you can either open it in a new window or not. Hit save again. So now you can this is just two ways of doing it as a drop down. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know if you mean the categories as a heading above your shop or as a drop down in the store where they both go to the same one. Freya, book design. How would you advise to set up a service-based business where clients need to pay a small deposit before the service is given and then the balance when it is over? Any way you can make it as automatic as possible. Amazing question. I freaking love this. Okay, so something that changed the game for me is I started taking the deposit up front. And it was what closed every contract. It was something I was upfront about because I found that whether you get chargebacks or ghosted or a client changes their mind and you did a ton of work, I found that I needed to protect myself as a business owner. I know I'm going to deliver. Every once in a while you get a client that is not working well with you. Maybe they have buyer's remorse. Maybe their spouse got mad at them. Who knows? But I always collected 80% up front. So I used Honeybook for a little while. If you're interested, there's a link below to check it out. It greatly helps me as an affiliate if you do find value in it. But as I started out and I needed everything as automatic as possible, I used Honeybook just to kind of go, and I did web design, so go through the process of, timelines, teammates, proposals, contracts, everything. It had all the verbiage set already to protect you so you don't have to hire a lawyer and write it for you. I really enjoyed Honeybook, and once they signed the contract, it automatically sent an invoice for that 80%. So I had to plug in all the numbers and everything, it would just shoot out right as they signed the contract. So it made it super easy. It helped me track all my projects, where they all were, all that good stuff. So Honeybook, great program. That's how I made that more automated, and that's how I collected that 80% up front. How did I get to 80%? I mean, honestly, those few times that I got ghosted by a client and I had not taken anything up front, nothing, and I did most of the work and they just disappeared and they had access to the site, which was heartbreaking. I was like, that shit's never happening again, because I lost a lot of time and energy that I had spent, and it's just super freaking annoying. That's all I can say. So 80% up front, protect yourself, protect, if you have a team behind you, protect the work that you're doing, the energy that you put in, just in case any bullshit happens. Oh, and then another thing too, after Honeybook, I moved on to Quickbooks. So once I had more of a team built, this was about 4 or 5 years ago, I had an admin that was able to track and process, all of the payments, all the projects. So she was the one doing it in QuickBooks. I just found that, for my LLC and my business, QuickBooks was the most tax friendly for, my tax people at the end of the year. Just kind of helped me scale up a little bit better using QuickBooks. Last one, I just really need to know how to copy a block from one web page to another page on the site. I really just need the contact form copied over. All right, so this is my workaround for that, because there's no way to copy. This is super annoying, because if you want I used to have a very thorough application form on my site, and it really sucked because it was very, very thorough, and I could not copy it over to different pages on my site where I want it embedded. So there's two ways you can do this. You can either create a button that links to the page with the contact form. So if we're making the form, let's just do a page layout, keep it simple, contact. This looks great. So here's our contact form, enter. So what we could do is you can have every button that you want that form to connect to that individual page. So if we're on the home page and add a quick section, blank section, and we go in here and we add a button, we're going to click edit, and we're going to link it to that contact page right here. Save. So you can do it that way. So everywhere you make that button, so you can have it on multiple pages. Or what you can do is you can build out this page, and if you know that you're going to need it for a services page, don't build out the services page. First, take this contact form, go into the gear, come all the way down and duplicate it, and then you can build this as your services page, if I could spell it right. So now here's your contact form that you made. Here it is again on the next page. The only thing you need to remember to do is every single time you duplicate that form and then build, pages around it, you need to come in here and edit, click on it so it's highlighted, and under storage you have to put your email in for storage. You have to pretty much initiate the contact form on every single page that you put it on. So now you can you can add a section, you can do an about above, and then here's your call to action. One really cool trick for a contact form too, under design, if you hit lightbox, it's going to turn it into just a button, and then you can hit contact. All right, last one. So this was on the video of discount codes and setting up Square and all that stuff. So how do I add discounts without losing money? Amazing question. I am actually not a fan of discounts. I feel like we should all stand behind the value of the services that we provide, and it's all about us and how we explain our value and tell our story to potential clients, that they're like throwing their wallets at you at the end of the discovery call or the conversation. I don't think we should discount, but I do see value in it in certain situations. Black Friday is right around the corner, generating business and getting excitement going. You just maybe increase the price of your base product. So, but that all kind of goes along with, setting up your business, pricing it according to the value and the work that you're putting in, and how it all comes down to value, how much value your clients are getting out of what you're offering them. So I have something that might be able to help you. I have a branding and marketing guidebook on our website, the Bloom. I mean, it's everything from the ground up. It helps you lay out your foundation, to your scheduling, to social media, to developing your brand voice, to storytelling, to marketing, mission, vision, brand, just everything you need to start your company from the ground up. And we have it for sale on the website. It's a digital copy that you'll get an instant download with. And that might actually help you map out what you're doing, you know, when it comes to your services and your value ladder. You know, what is your intro service, and then what is your premium service. So maybe check that out. That might be helpful to you, but you should not be losing money when it comes to a discount. So maybe your base price needs to go up. So the perceived value of the discount helps you not break even, but make a little bit. So that's super important. All right, guys. Thank you for being here. Again, if you find value in this, if you have specific questions you want answered, please put them in the comments below, because if this is something that is helpful with these quick hits of just kind of helpful tips and tricks in Squarespace and business stuff, I want to hear from you. I want to know. So please let me know in the comments below. Again, I'm Elizabeth with Bloom. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you on the next video.